This is BBC Four. Best-selling American author John Irving reveals the personal traumas which lie beneath his fiction in a rare interview on BBC Four.
Now on BBC Four, Time Shift brings back all sorts of memories of when TV drama had to get it right live on the night. Now on BBC Four from 1963, raw and powerful TV drama that had to be right live on the night. One busy day for Barlow and the boys in Z-Cars. With Yes Prime Minister in half an hour, this is BBC Four. Remembering an era of protest. Now on BBC Four, an award-winning documentary from 1968 by one of the longest-running and most illustrious of current affairs series, World in Action. The Demonstration. And this is BBC Four. Now on BBC Four, a highly acclaimed short film from director Claude Lelouch. No special effects, speeding up or clearing the streets, just an early morning, high-speed trip through 70s Paris. What provoked the final disintegration of one of the great forces of the 20th century? The inside story now on BBC Four, told by those involved, of the Soviet Union's last stand. Now, one of England's greatest folk voices in session for BBC Four at London's LSO St Luke's. Radio 2 Folk Singer of the Year, June Tabor. It's a few days before Elsie Tanner's wedding, and the residents of Coronation Street are off on a bit of a jaunt. That's in 5 minutes on BBC Four, after we start our 60s season with an important search for a former. You're with BBC Four on the first night of our seriously swinging 60s season. Tonight, we're jogging your memory with something of an homage to the telly of the time. So next, the residents of Coronation Street are preparing for what turned out to be the TV wedding of the decade. Stay with us. BBC Four in the 60s with an early episode now. They made 667 of Z-Cars from 1963. Brian Blessed as PC Fancy Smith, taking a keen interest in a girl found hiding in an empty house, played by Judi Dench. And we're running the great Sounds of the 60s series over the next few weeks here on BBC Four, starting with Freddie and the Dreamers on Blue Peter and Pinky and Perky doing the twist. Marvellous. Tomorrow at 7. But stay with us tonight for your actual news bulletin from 1967, reporting the defection of Stalin's daughter and Princess Margaret's wedding next. Now on BBC Four, the news from 1967 with Robert Dougal. BBC Four on the first night of our massive 60s season with two last-minute additions to tonight's schedule. Very 1960s telly, that. In half an hour, goggle-eyed Marty Feldman with his own mad old show, co-written by Barry Took. But first, BBC DJ Simon D's twice-weekly chat show. Very few complete editions of D Time still exist in the archives, but we found one from 1968. Last look at the high Himalaya now on BBC Four for Michael Palin.